Hello everyone, welcome to the Comic Aaron Movie Show. My name's Ashan, and today I'm here to give you my review of Ford v Ferrari. Now, Ford v Ferrari came out last week, but I'm only now, put it right here, but I'm only now really getting the chance to really review it myself. Now, personally, I was looking forward to this movie. Matt Damon and Christian Bale are great actors. Obviously, Matt Damon has made his bones in movies that we know, like the Bourne Identity movies and other Good Will Hunting and things of that nature. Matt Damon has been, he's one of my favorite actors. He's a solid actor. He's always, whenever I see him in stuff, he's usually good in it. He's great, and he was even good in Oceans. I even dug him in Oceans. So honestly, I was looking for this movie. Now, obviously, Christian Bale's, he's kind of gotten a bad little rep going about being kind of difficult to deal with. But other than that, I loved him in Batman. I loved him in American Psycho, The Prestige. There's a whole bunch of movies I've seen Christian Bale in that I've loved him in. The Fighter, where he lost all that weight, and Christian Bale's a great actor. So you put these two guys together in a movie, and you're gonna make magic. Now, Ford v Ferrari is about Ford beating Ferrari. It takes place, I believe, what was it, like 19? Oh man, I'm terrible with dates. I know it took place in a time where this movie takes place, Ford wasn't what they are today. Ford weren't known for racing cars. They were known for what's the word I'm looking for working cars, for like cars to get to work, for cars to pick up kids in, vans and trucks and things of that nature. They weren't known for racing cars. They weren't known for racing cars. Ferrari was known for racing cars, was known as the racing car factory. And, Ford, and, comes a time, Henry Ford II has this idea, like, look, we got to do something. We got to change it up. Or, we need to do something to push the envelope. Something, come at me with an idea. And lo and behold, there's the idea of, they want to push things forward. To push things forward, to get more into the racing business, to make a fast car, because that's not Ford's reputation. And, it comes out that Ferrari is broke. That Ferrari's broke, and, they might be willing to sell. Needless to say, Ford sent some people over there to make a deal with Ferrari, and it did not go well. I mean, Ferrari just called Ford. He said, Ferrari straight up to Ford's people told them to tell Ford II, not only does your factory stink, your workers are whores, and their mothers are whores. You're fat and ugly, and your cars are shit. And it wasn't exactly that verbatim, but it basically was that. That's basically what he said. Go and tell your freaking people that. Boom. It was some gangsta stuff going on. I was like, just like some mob stuff going on, except with cars. It was really fascinating to see. It was like, whoa, how much of this is true? How much of this isn't true? Seth was telling me that a lot of this stuff in the movie was true. Obviously, fantasized up a bit, because it's a movie, but a lot of it is like the sentiment was true. Like the idea that Ferrari said these things about Ford, the idea that Ford was pissed off and wanted to beat him at this racetrack over in France. It's like a 24-hour racetrack. It's like a 24-hour racetrack, and apparently Ferrari has been killing that racetrack every year, basically every year, and it's like this racetrack has prestige on it, and it's like where people go to show off, all these car manufacturers go off to show off their fastest, latest cars, and Ford never won it. Only one person, Ford's never won it. Not many Americans have even won it, except Carroll Shelby. Now, Carroll Shelby is played by Matt Damon, and if you don't know who Carroll Shelby is, you probably should. He's a legend in the automobile industry. He's got a car named after him, the Ford Shelby, the Shelby, because he was a great racer, and he was perhaps even a much better engineer, and he did a lot for Ford. He did a lot for cars. He's probably one of the most well-known, car engineers and car innovators of all time. And the movie starts, and he's retiring. The movie starts when he retires, because apparently, from what I was hearing from Seth, a lot of people never really knew the reason Shelby retired from racing. They just knew that he just stopped doing it, and no one really knew about that heart. He had a heart condition, but yeah, Shelby had to retire. But he took it in stride, though. I was looking at another reviewer who said this, and I kind of agreed after I saw the movie that it hurt him. It hurt having to retire. But he knew he still had skills. He had skills. He had a lot of money from he's a legend. He's a big deal. One of the only men to ever win that race. One of the only Americans to ever win that race. He was a great racer at the time. He's got a lot of money, so he invests in his own automobile industry to make his own cars. And like I said, he takes he takes something that would usually be like the killer, and pushes forward with it. Needless to say, but he kind of jumps a little bit in time. And when it jumps, he's doing his races at these race places in Britain, local race scenes, and showing off his cars. And his best racer is a guy named Ken Miles, played by Christian Bale. And Christian Bale's Ken Miles is great. He is hilarious. He is ornery as a motherfucker. He's got this look on him. He's always got he's always got this going. He's always like that. He's always like he's the kind of guy that if he's your friend, you love him and hate him. If he's your enemy, you think he's the most despicable human being you've ever met. That's the kind of guy he is. He will argue with a squirrel about a nut. That is Ken. I don't know if the actual Ken Miles in real life was like that, but Christian Bale's interpretation of him was pretty hilarious. This guy will argue with you about anything. He'll argue with you about anything. Man, he's so impulsive. He's just impulsive. I mean, this dude's literally, he got in an argument about a trunk space, because apparently, trunk regular. It was a stupid argument anyways, and I kind of agree with him getting angry, but the level of angry he gets to is totally different. He started bashing the trunk with a freaking hammer until it fit, and he slammed it shut, and he's like, there, you happy now? It's like, calm down. He always, whoop. He's just literally, you feel like Matt Damon's Carroll Shelby is just what is Ken doing now? Is Ken getting in an argument with somebody now? What is he doing? And he starts talking about Ken's a puppy dog. No, but it's funny because I love that he calls Ken a puppy dog to other people, but when he sees Ken face to face, all right, bulldog, let's go. Because Ken's just a bulldog, man. He's just snap. But he has this. But Christian Bale does an amazing job with Ken. I love Matt Damon. I think those two are killing the game. This movie is. They have fantastic chemistry. They work well together. I love the bromance that is between these two. But I have to admit, if I had to say that one actor killed it above the other, it would have to be Christian Bale. Christian Bale's Ken Miles was you fell in love with him, dude. Because you felt like you could be friends with him as long as you didn't piss him off. But he would as long as you didn't piss him off. And he showed the softer side with him, with his son and his wife. The woman who plays his wife plays her lovely. I don't know her name. I don't know her name of the actress, and I cannot remember the wife's name. But she does an amazing job of being this supportive, just rock of a wife that whenever he's in a negative state of mind in this movie, she shows up to comfort him, to make him feel better. And she's just a great wife, man. She's got to be one of the best movie wives ever. The kid, his son, he doesn't get annoying. His son just seems curious about what his dad does. And he's pretty cool. He has a pretty cool son. The movie is about 2 hours and 30 minutes long. But it is a brisk 2 hours and 30 minutes. I'm telling you right now, you're not going to notice it. Because you're going to be so into the movie, into the racing. The racing scenes are phenomenal. It's fantastic. If you are a car guy or a car woman, you're going to just nut your pants watching this movie. Seth almost killed over watching this movie. Just the pure knowledge about the cars and them going into the cars and them going into what they're doing with the cars. And if you know cars, this movie's like a fucking ecstasy trip, man, because it's just great. This movie is great. I don't have any negatives to say about it. I'm not going to long this over long, people. This movie's a 10 out of 10. It's one of the best movies I've seen this year. 2 phenomenal performances with great supporting performances. John Bernthal was in this as a great supporting character. I mean, like I said, there was this movie had great supporting characters, had a great story. This is how you do a sports movie. They had the sports movie vibe. It hit the beats of a sports movie. So I'm not gonna sit here and act like this is the most original movie ever, but it's so well executed. It's so great acting. You love these characters. You're interested in the story. You want to know what happens. You know, it has its ups. It has its downs. It's the journey of pulling off the impossible, and it was a beautifully done. This is a great sports movie. This movie is gonna go down as one of the best sports movies. Honestly, it's almost perfect. So thank you for joining me in the Campbell Game Movie Show. Please go see Ford v Ferrari if you're into cars or you're into sports movies. Or if you're into just a good story, because it's not just a sports movie, it's a great story. So, thank you for joining my Comedy Movie Show. Please remember to like and subscribe. I will see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.